Hey, welcome to the Astro community call for the week of January 17th. Let's get into the Astro updates. As you may have heard, we've been working on the Astro V2 launch. We've released a few beta versions, and we're continuing to release some beta versions. So keep an eye out for those. I just wanted to give you an update on what's been changing since we chatted last time. So we released the beta.2 release, which has some important announcements. So let's get into them. A few major changes have happened here, so just wanted to let you know that we've bumped the minimum supported node version to 16.12, which is the LTS version. So this allows us to use some of the newer node APIs like Undici, which is the official fetch version on node 16, and some other nice internal changes that simplify our code quite a bit. We also updated our Astro preview command to use localhost instead of 127.0.0.1. This also uses a lot of the internal Vite preview logic so that we're not duplicating a lot of that ourselves. That was a big source of bugs in the past. This is a pretty important one to realize. Our assets folder has been changed from assets to _Astro. This helps us quite a bit with immutable caching, hosting with your providers, things like that. So this is a really handy change, and will also let us set up presets with the hosting providers much more easily. Content collections has been a huge feature in Astro V2, so one of the most exciting things is that these have been unflagged. This is no longer behind an experimental flag. You don't need to add this to your config anymore. You can remove it, and everything is configured automatically. We also have some updates in terms of type generation. Before, we were emitting these types to your source directory, which was a little confusing. Now they are emitted to the root of your project in a .astro folder. So you can git ignore this folder, and we'll have more guides on this in the documentation. In fact, you can see in the content collections guide that this is already a section here. So this will actually be run for you automatically when you run Astro Check, Astro Dev, Astro Build, or Astro Sync. So this is all managed for you, which is really nice. Another exciting update for content collections. Instead of using an object with a Zod schema inside of it, we're now using z.object, which allows some pretty exciting stuff like discriminated unions and other things like that. So your types for schemas get a lot more powerful. We also have Astro Check. Astro Check now runs Astro Sync, which will generate your types for you in that .astro directory. So that's another thing that you don't need to do manually, which is great. There are some exciting language tooling updates as well. As you may know, we were working on a pre-release version at the end of last year. We have some new pre-releases, getting that even closer to stable. It's now using the compiler output. Renaming symbols has been improved quite a bit, and adding breakpoints. There are some completion improvements as well. So Erica, as always, is doing some phenomenal work on this. Yeah, if you look at the repo, we have some really awesome contributions, a whole bunch of merge pull requests, open pull requests. We've also closed a whole bunch of issues, and we're working on closing even more. Around 70% of the issues have been closed, but there are also, 23 contributors. So we've got a whole bunch of awesome community PRs that I wanted to highlight this week. We had an awesome fix to the node adapter for .well-known files. So previously, these were denied. They weren't being copied over properly, but these are really useful for configuring your well-known address and stuff like that. So this is a super critical feature that we were missing previously. Huge thanks to Hideo for the fixes here. We also had an awesome fix from Sebastian for the lit integration. So slotted content was being transformed internally with an Astro slot wrapper. We do that for other frameworks that don't support slots. And this was an awesome PR that fixes it for lit so that you're not getting the Astro specific behavior, you're getting the correct lit vanilla behavior. We had an awesome fix from Sam Chen, passing flags into Astro Dev. This was screwing up some of our restart logic. So if you will notice, the message should be respecting your CLI flags at this point, which is great. Looks like Giuseppe spotted an awesome fix with the Astro code component, which uses Shiki under the hood. In the latest version of Shiki, we were not matching that properly because the class had changed internally. So this PR fixes that, and the Shiki stuff underneath us should be able to change now in the future, which was super helpful. They also made the same PR for our Markdown and MDX integrations, so that was super thorough, and we really appreciate it. Looks like Dovlot noticed that the Astro Party Town integration was actually causing a console message for a deprecated API. So this has been fixed upstream, so this PR just kind of updated that for our integration, which we super appreciate. Amazing. I heard that Fuzzy is having some internet connection problems, so if you mind, I'm going to take the support squad section this week, but I'm sure he'll be back at it next week. So we've got some amazing folks helping out in the community. I think there are 6 heroes this week. What is that? 5. I can count. So TC, Bryce Guy, Lofty Brambles, and Flatten and Mandarin. We so appreciate it. They have been jumping out all over to help people that are having Astro questions or just finding Astro for the first time, jumping into the support thread. So we totally appreciate all of your focus on Astro. It's really makes this community what's super special about Astro. So thank you. Amazing. Always have a party GIF. Awesome. Sarah, are you connected?
Sarah is connected.
Awesome. Let's chat about the docs then.
Let's see what happened in docs. Lots of merges, closed some issues. In fact, one issue we closed in part because AstroDocs is now on devdocs.io. So we have offline AstroDocs for you. And so that was very exciting. That was one of our closures that gave us a bit of relief there. Mostly what the docs has been working on is we, like everyone else, is getting ready for V2. So it doesn't look very exciting on paper yet, but we are working to polish the whole site as well as add some helpful guides for getting upgraded.
Okay. Let's keep moving on the docs changes, since we seem to have lost our connection here. So we've got these awesome community migration guides coming in. So lots of these have been stubbed out, lots of people jumping in to update us. And as you are migrating to Astro from another thing, we'd love if you could get involved and update these guides. They're super helpful for other folks. Erica, with a little dog fooding here, using our tsconfig presets. That is a much appreciated PR. But we had some amazing translations, as always. Our docs translators are the best and just pumping out so much great work. Here's a Japanese translation and some other translations as well. Cool. The last thing to chat about is the upcoming community awards for 2022, wrapping up the year. We put an announcement out on our Discord server, but we will be distributing a whole bunch of money, our open collective sponsorship funds, donated by Netlify, Storyblock, and our amazing set of partners. So the link to our nomination form is in our Discord. We are always excited to recognize the community and their involvement, and give back as much as we can. So definitely nominate anyone that you've seen go above and beyond to help out the Astro community. We have this awesome form. You just got to fill it out. Multiple submissions are encouraged, and we will give the awards out to as many people as we can. So a bit of a choppy call this week, but I really appreciate you watching and catching up on what's new with Astro. So we will catch you next week. Thanks.